Roxy's joining us first. Every one of these queens is deserving of where they are. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you? Did you survive last night?
Oh my God, yes.
Here's Jinxie. Jinxie's joining us.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh,
baby. That's
it
quite a
sucks because
headset.
thank you, thank you. I'm in the Northwest. I had to get up at 8 a.m. to do this, so I don't even have eyebrows on right now. I'm gonna have to do this
Bitch,
the whole.
I got up at 6, so I don't want to hear it. And
You-
I
Did you
flew in
paint your
to
eyebrows
support
on this
you.
morning?
No, actually, I didn't. Look, I got half an eyebrow. Don't tell anybody. My thyroid eyebrows are showing through. Okay.
I just have to say, this is the first time, Michelle, in the history of the Illumination luncheons that we've cracked over 1,000 people tuning in. So
Yes,
this is a
thank you. Thank you,
milestone.
everybody. This
Yay.
is a milestone, and thank you. It just goes to show how emotionally involved people are with this little feud that we've got going with you two. So I am sick of defending both of you personally. So it's time. Look, Roxy saw me get slaughtered on Twitter yesterday because I said I wanted to bang her or him. Um,
Girl.
you are the boy that I would have sex with in high school in the alleys all the time.
And
And
you are the girl I would have sex with.
hey, holla. So, look, the bottom line is, Roxy, I said this before when you weren't on. You may have heard, and I'll say it now. What I see is not evil. What I see is a person who's scared that somebody is going to take away something very
Girl,
precious.
completely. It was completely from being scared and not understanding when the kind of drag I do is we're all the same. We're all, pageant girls. We all do the same kind of look. We all do big hair, lots of makeup, and to have competition in somebody that wasn't like me, to me wasn't competition before the competition. And then, it just scared the shit out of me. And it's just like, you know what? This girl is just as good as I am, and I never understood it, and I had to learn from it. We all have to learn, and she's an amazing competitor, and I saw that.
And
Jinxie,
drag is yeah.
I just
I was
wanted
just
to
gonna
say,
say
and I want you to respond. Go ahead.
I just think drag, it people don't realize how much of a regional thing it is. I just visited Florida for the second time ever this weekend, and I worked with a bunch of drag queens at the Parliament House, and it's a completely different thing from what we do here in Seattle. First of all, they all have real boobs, like the makeup's different, it's different. So Roxy and are just completely different kinds of drag queens from completely different sides of the country, first and foremost. So there's that going into it. And then we were in the highest pressure position there is, which is top three on America's Next Drag Superstar. Like it's nerve wracking, and it does crazy things to you.
How did Roxy's kind of Richard Hatch plan um, affect you emotionally, or
Thank
did
you.
you not let it?
Well, you saw how it affected me. Like, I feel like this whole season I did my best to maintain my trajectory, but it was kind of like I felt like not standing up for myself would have also been a detriment, to me if I had just sat there and,
Played
not
the
had a
victim.
response to it. Yeah, yeah, but like I think Roxy and I both said exactly what we were feeling in that moment, and obviously it didn't burn a bridge because Roxy and I we went to Orlando Studios, Universal Studios together. So like she was with me when I bought my Bellatrix Lestrange wand at Harry Potter Land. So
Did
obviously
it
we still
choose
have our
you? Did it
friendship.
choose you, or did you buy it? Did it choose you? Did you get chosen?
No, but this
She knew what
cute
she
little
wanted before we got there.
I knew I wanted the Helena Bonham Carter wand. That's all I went in there for.
That's my dog's name. My dog's name is Bellatrix Sparkle. She's my favorite. Well, just you guys let everybody know what your relationship is so people understand what's going on now in life.
I'm gonna let Jinx say it because they're not gonna believe me no matter what I say.
Ah!
Well,
Okay.
I just think being one of the 14 queens chosen this year, that binds you to those other queens in a way that like no one really understands because there's only 13 other people in the world who went through what you went through and have that experience to share with you, you know? So I truly refer to these girls as my sister, and I mean it 100%. And so even though Roxy and I feud, we feud like sisters, you know? Two sisters can bicker pretty damn bad, you know, but it doesn't mean that they're not sisters in the end of all of it.
I do understand, and I watch it, and I feel that way about you and I to a certain point, not sisters, maybe aunt and niece, but
Anthony.
it's kind of that thing too, and people get so emotionally involved and so emotionally committed to this show that it affects them personally. And any little thing you say, like sometimes I find myself really thinking about tweets before I tweet, and I'm going, "Oh, come on,
Totally.
stop this! I got to do what I say and feel. I mean, this is ridiculous."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Alaska is not joining us, you guys. She's not available, so I'm sorry, but we'll get her on eventually on the lunch. So today we have Jinkx and Roxxxy, and these two kind of turned into the Coco and Alyssa after they left. And
Once they left, they still needed it.
well, I think I think it came down to in the end, like you said a little earlier, Roxy, because Jinkx was so different. Um,
Hmm.
she wasn't on your radar that way until she started her, and what I call her kind of cocoon moment, when she finally
Hmm.
listened after she
That I
finally
stopped
got
doing
it. Good.
character theater makeup for the camera. HD is a scary thing, children.
What'd you call it, Roxy? Nike check cheek?
The Nike, that was like when we did the "Can I get an amen?" and that was when she was coming in really harsh and with her Nike checks, but
and
she
I thought
completely smoothed it out by the end.
and I thought I looked like Cher. I was like, I'm gonna do my Cher cheeks, you know, which I was I was doing the Cher cheeks from our Showgirl show, and we have literally like a barn light shining on our face. So if you don't carve the cheeks out of makeup, you won't see them in the audience. But that's not the same for camera, and I should have had a little bit more foresight
Well,
with
we had
that.
to learn that. You know, we're so
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
I love makeup and we're used to painting for, the back row.
Hmm.
And we had to learn going in there. Just as like all of us. I like to wear eight pairs of lashes. But you had to take some of them off, and that's when you were more
Oh,
prettiest
don't!
on the
You did not
stage.
take any lashes off, Roxy.
No.
Like 2 pairs.
Girl, please. You were like, she always does a day lash, that Roxy. So we're gonna get some people on. So Mimi, that means we have to boot you out. But I will say this, Mimi, you've been a trooper this whole season, and I appreciate you being here with me. And Saturday night we'll be in Philly at Mimi's home club, which is
Yeah, wait.
Voyager. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
who's all gonna be there, Memes?
All let's see. Roxy will be there. Jinkx will be there. Alaska will be there. Detox. Ivy Winters will be there. Little Pound Cake is hosting the show with Michelle, so
I'm
it's
so
gonna be fun,
lucky.
and I'll be there too. So, it's gonna be a really fun show. So,
And
um,
this is in Philadelphia Saturday night. Is it sold out, Boo?
I think you can still get tickets. I'll put the link up.
Okay, great, fantastic.
So
But
yeah,
you're a
so
trooper.
I'm
You
excited.
know I adore you, and thank you for all that you do and for the way you don't give up.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's been fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing you real soon.
Yeah, see you on Saturday. Give
All
it
right,
up for Mimi,
definitely.
children. Give it up for Mimi. And
Bye.
if you're
I'll
in
be
the Philly, New
watching.
Jersey area, join us Saturday night. All right, now I've got you to myself. Um, we are going, yeah, and congratulations on the Nurse Jackie, which is one of my favorite shows, appearance, Mimi. I know she can hear us, but she can't see us. That was kind of really cool. So, all right, so we're gonna get, and I want you guys to stop with the Roxy is a bully stuff. I see you. Let's talk about it. Let's not be calling names, okay? These two are good with it. You need to be good with it. That's how we move on. We're gonna put some cameras on here and start talking to your fans. We're gonna start with Michael Green.
Hello again.
Hi, baby.
I wanted to
Oh.
ask, Jinx, what was it like to have like a lot of the queens like go against her close to the end and stuff? Like, did it affect you in the competition at all, or did you just like, well, like you always say, water off a duck's back?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta have those personal mantras that get you through tough situations. Otherwise, um, I think some people take everything inward and some people put everything outward. And I was trying my best to let it all, you know, to process it as best I can, take in the critiques and take in what notes I could, and just let the rest of it not bug me. And that was just kind of my tactic the whole time. But what people didn't see, and Roxy and I kind of had a moment on the show about this, but I get very, very self-critical. So even though I was trying my best to let it all, not phase me, that's when I was starting to do the whole, I don't think I'm that good, and blah, 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 blah. And then Roxy and I had our moment, and that's when the victim thing started. So, so it's like you can let it not phase you as much as you can, but it still kind of penetrates every once in a while.
Right.
Well, the thing is about that, it's not victim. I don't think you were being a victim. I don't think you were feeling, victimized. But what I think it is we lose our self-esteem and we lose confidence. And it happens to all of us at some point in our lives. And in this situation, it's really tough well, I mean, look, Serena Chacha had no problem doing it, but some kids don't have a problem with going, I'm the best, look at me. And those are the people that usually need the most work, unfortunately. So I think what you were doing was not being a victim, but being human. And unfortunately, our ego does that. It goes both ways. Our egos are bad,
Yeah.
and when that happens, it really takes you down. You know what I mean? It's pretty tough. So there you go. Um,
Well, I refer to it as 14 drag queens in a hamster cage, and someone's taking the cage and shaking it like this.
From watching that episode last night, I was like, oh, like when I said that I was going to do anything to try and get under her skin because I can't compete and say I'm going to be, like, well, let me get prettier than Jinx or let me get, that was the only way I knew to get to her being a competitive girl is, okay, well, let me get under her skin. If I can get under her skin, then maybe it'll throw her off on the runway. And was it the best way to do it? No, but, that's all I could think
But
at that time.
but after gigging in Florida, girl, I get it. Those girls are cutthroat. Florida
That's
produces
how,
very, very fierce drag queens.
yeah,
yes, they
I
are.
mean that's the way it is. But thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, Michelle.
And look, guys, nobody's making excuses for the way Roxy acted. Roxy
Not at
knows what
all.
Roxy
And
did.
I posted an apology and I told them, you know what? I'm not looking to turn people to Team Roxy. I'm not looking, but I will admit when I was wrong. And that's what the apology was for. It was like to apologize to Jinx for treating her that way and to say, hey, I know I was wrong. It is what it is.
Yeah, and sometimes you do shit that you regret. We all do it. There's plenty of things that I say
Mhm.
that I'm like, maybe that was a bit harsh. Oh, no, no, it wasn't. Hi, Frankie.
Hi. Oh my god. I'm like freaking out right now.
Oh, he has yellow nails. I love it.
Michelle, can I just say that I love you, Jinx. I love you, Roxy. I literally am gonna cry right now because you are such an inspiration to me. Um,
Aw.
Oh, thank
Beyond words.
you.
And I remember like I think I tweeted you like a couple weeks ago when and I woke up to a retweet or something. I literally had a heart attack. I was like, oh my god. I was the first out. But my questions for Roxy, you're like my favorite throughout everything. And I wanted to know if you thought that Detox should have been in the top three because everybody was saying how like it was like the biggest episode
looking
ever.
looking back at the episodes, being there is completely different, and seeing how things go down. Looking at the episodes and everything going down, as much as I wanted her to be there, I know why, everything played out the way it should have been, and we all were very deserving to be in the three, the ones that are there.
I know I
Yeah,
love the
look,
show
Roxy,
and
I had Roxy in my head when it started. I was like, I mean, not Roxy, Detox. I had Detox in the top three automatically. I also had Alyssa Edwards. So, I mean, things change,
Yeah.
challenges change, um, personalities change, they grow, they metamorphosize. And, of course, Roxy would have liked that, but, it's the way the cookie crumbles. It is what it is. The Jinx. And let me tell you that Jinx and Detox, and I told Detox that Ema Sumac lip sync was really, really, really close. Really close. And I think Jinx would agree by watching it. I mean, it was a close call, and you got fierce queens. You're coming down to the wire. These three bitches fought to get to where they are. They really, really did.
No, but I just wanted
and
to ask Roxy that. I love Roxy. I love you to death. You are like my like. I
Oh,
don't know. I
thank
love
you.
So, but I'm getting.
I love your nails.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm dying right now. I'm shaking. I love you guys. I love you guys and all that you do. So, thank you so much for answering
Aw.
the question.
Well, we love you, Frankie. You have a great day, and thanks for joining us.
Too.
Bye, baby. You know,
No,
this
and
is what you
let's
kids
just say for
do.
detox.
Well, go ahead,
Yeah.
Jinx.
I was
What?
just gonna say for detox real quick, top four is nothing to scoff at. Top
Mm.
four is pretty damn hard to get to as well. And detox is having the time of her life right now. I just saw her in Florida for the white party and she's doing great. So
Oh my God, detox at a white party. Frightening. Christina is joining us. Wait till her. There she is. Hi, honey.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, love?
Can
Hey.
you hear me?
Uh-huh.
First I want to say that Michelle, my wife, knows all about you and I. Um, yes. Yes. If I leave her, it's gonna be for you, so watch out.
Aw, thank you,
Oh,
Um,
baby.
um, Roxy, I think you are absolutely gorgeous in and out of drag, and not too many men hear me say that.
Oh, well, thank
Um,
you.
And Jinx, I think you're hysterical, and I want to sip Mai Tais on the beach with you. Just hang out, get drunk, and see how funny we can get. But my thing is, I have a question for Jinx, and I have a little bit of um defend Roxy here.
Go ahead.
Jinx, I know you say that water off a duck's back and you don't let things get to you too much, but in a heightened competition like that, you do let Roxy get under your skin when she says certain things because that's Roxy's defense mechanism. I'm the same as Roxy when I get upset. I like point the fingers and try to make everybody feel bad and do that psychological, you know, um, I don't know the word I'm looking for it, but
Mind
I
fuck.
just try to create may. Yes, yes, that's it. Yeah, but I had a different use for that word for you, Michelle. So I was trying to say that.
Rare.
But Roxy is not a bully. First of all, Roxy is a straight woman. Okay, backed into a corner and scratching her eyes out. Okay, I am with a woman, married actually. I chased her for 20 years, and let me tell you, she is Roxy's sister.
Mm.
Okay, beautiful pageant hair, makeup, nails, the whole nine. Me, I had nails one time. I felt like a drag queen.
Mm.
Okay, took them right off.
And that's a bad thing.
Um,
Why?
I'm just not a. I own and operate my own painting business. I don't want long fingernails.
Gotcha.
I'm the brute girl.
So, Christina,
um,
you have a question, or you're just defending Roxy here?
no, my question is for Jinx. Is it's a competition and you have these mantras, but why do you still give Roxy that power over you when
Mm.
she gets like that instead of just taking it into consideration that every single one of you are trying to mind fuck the other into winning this competition?
um, I
I think
think.
Jinx wasn't. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think I let it get to me because of my own respect for Roxy, and because I know
Okay.
how polished of a drag queen she is, and so
Hmm.
it's hard when you're in competition with someone when you also kind of want, like she's one of the top three on season 5 of Drag Race. Her opinion does matter to
So are
me,
you.
and so so it was just kind of it just kind of there were just moments where I wish I could have penetrated the competition and received the same kind of respect I had for her, and we have that now. But in the moment, it was just too easy to get caught up in all of that, that racing for the crown.
And Jinx is
Yeah,
Jinx
and
is a really nice person. There's girls like me. Well, if it gets down to the end, we're gonna get messy. and we're gonna say
Okay.
what we have to say no matter what. Jinkx isn't that person. Jinkx is very like, well, you say what you have to say. I'm very secure with who I am, and I'm gonna go out there and do what I do, and I don't have to hate on anybody to get there. I'm just gonna get there the way I am. Where I was just, well, I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna do what I have to try and get under their skin to, throw them off because I want to get there.
I
Well,
agree.
I think Jinx is just as polished as Roxxxy is, just in
Hmm.
a different kind of drag way.
Right,
But both
definitely.
of you are the epitome of drag.
Well, thank
She's
you so much.
Roxy's the younger generation of drag presenter, and you are the older, like Chad Michaels type of drag presenter.
Yeah.
Who
In a
is?
sense, as
Jinkx?
far as Jinx,
No,
yeah, as
not at
far as
all.
like the old.
No,
Girl,
girl.
I'm thinking, and Michelle's like,
No.
no.
No, girl.
Okay, well, I've just been served by Michelle, so I guess I'll let you get on to the next one.
I think she meant with our references like Betty Davis and
Yes,
you
that's what I
know.
was saying.
I think she,
The characterization.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Roxy's herself. Roxy doesn't come out as Cher. She doesn't come out
Well, neither
as,
does Jinx.
other,
Jinx doesn't
you
impersonate
know.
people, but Jinx creates characters, which
Jinx
sets
reminds
her
me of
aside.
somebody from the 1920s.
Yeah, she's
She
definitely an
should
old
be.
soul. Definitely an old soul,
Yes,
for sure.
but they're both fierce.
Yeah, for
So
sure. Well,
Thank
thank
good
you
you.
for
luck to
joining
all
us,
of you.
Christina, and carry on with your painting, love. And send my love to your
Oh,
wife.
thank you.
Okay?
I sure will.
Okay, baby. Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Michelle, do you get hit on often on the show? Do you get a bunch of women trying to get in your goodie
Well, I
jar
can
on the
only
show?
hope. Um, I do. I mean, I love my lesbians. I've been known to dabble here and there back in the day, but been happily married for 15 years to one man. But I tell you what, Jinx, I've never been hit on more by gay men than I have since I've always been in the gay community. But I get hit on sexually more by gay men now than I ever have. And when they all say that you're the one that could turn me straight, I question my sexuality for you. And I go, you know what? The minute I lay down and you see my vagina, that's all going to go out the
It's
window.
over.
Right.
They're star fuckers. They're like, if I'm gonna have sex with one woman my whole life, it might as well be Michelle Visage.
Well, I think it's all because I'm a broad and I have a manly thing about me. And I think that makes them think that, well, it's kind of like having sex with a guy, except again, the vagina is there. So we're going to have to deal with that situation if that ever came about. So I think a lot of people lie. They say I'm the one, and then if it came down to it, they'd be like, "Ooh, wah, wah, wah." Okay, so Christine is joining us. Hi, Christine.
Hi. So first, I want to tell Roxy that I love you. I want to send you lots of loves because all those people are calling you a bully and stuff, and I don't want it to get you down. I want
It
you to feel
won't. And
loved.
yeah, no, not at all. But
Okay,
thank you.
cool. And I also wanted to know, do you feel you should have won the sugar ball challenge? Because I was like sure you were gonna win that
Yes,
challenge.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Yes, I felt, being somebody who makes costumes and things like that, it was a candy challenge, and I didn't know that we were supposed to, or what they wanted was something that looked like candy. I thought the whole point of the challenge was to say, oh my God, that dress is candy? Like I can't believe it. There's no way. It's just like drag, oh my God, that's a man. It's the same thing for me, and I just thought my dress was very, the only one that was complete candy, and that to me was the challenge. But
Yes, I
I
was,
look kind
and
of
I
whorish for my sweet
argued with
16.
yeah, but I like that. I argued with Bob Mackey about that because he was saying, and I live for him, and he's so funny, and he was so good.
Mm,
And you being a seamstress, Roxy, you must have loved having him there. But when you,
yes.
that licorice dress gave me life. And my favorite thing that people didn't see is because it was so hot, we'd be talking and critiquing, all of a sudden you hear it plop, and everybody would look down at Roxy,
Just
and there'd be like a licorice.
girl in an untucked. Let me say this to the 1,162 people that are on here. Girl in untucked, I'm sitting like the only man, and I just, oh, is that my nipple? I'm sitting like the only man in untucked, and people need to understand I had to sit that way because the licorice kept breaking off. And I'm like, I can't sit, and they had to have us sit down. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't think this out.
Yeah, I loved an Untucked. You had all the licorice that had fallen off your dress. You
Just
had tucked it in your bra, and you were
Yeah.
just sitting there
yep.
combing it.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah, I really look. I love Alaska. Absolutely adore Alaska. And I thought Alaska's look was great, but it was also very Raja. Raja did that, and not only that, and it did look like cotton candy. And Bob Mackie was right. That's what we were judging. But Roxy actually used candy
Mhm.
on every single one of her looks, and that to me, I fought for that, but I lost in the end. So it just goes to show you,
Oh, Alaska looked beautiful in that cotton candy, though.
she looked absolutely
That
great.
was like one of my favorite looks of hers. I was like, oh my
Agreed.
God.
All season. But
Yeah.
we did see it before. But that's not to take anything away from how fierce it was. Christine, any other questions,
Right.
babe?
Well, if I can, I have
Yes.
others.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's great that Roxy and Jinkx you're here because Alaska was the one that did great in the case, defending her case on the runway on the main stage. And I wanted to know, did you guys say anything else that was edited out? Because like she read you too, but did you read like each other? No?
I know I had done enough reading, so I wasn't going to go in there reading anymore. Like, I looked at them, I was like, I'm first, I'm starting this off the bat, and I'm not going to read anymore. I'm here to state my case and why I should be America's Next Jack Superstar. But I think we all said a lot of stuff that didn't get put in.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
all
So
mean,
did.
they
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jinx.
they
I
edited
we
it so
Hang on,
that
hang on. Go ahead, Jinx. Hold
each
on,
of
hold on.
you would like
Christine,
be.
hold on. Go ahead, Jinx.
Oh, I we both referenced the other two on the runway when we were doing it, but not we like Alaska really adhered to the checklist of the challenge, which was to say exactly why your competitors shouldn't win. But I think Roxy said she had done enough reading. For me, I felt
Mhm.
like, it's never been in my style to talk about other people's drag, but just to focus on my own. So that's just, I think, how we chose to handle that last thing. But Alaska did nothing wrong by reading us because she was the only one who did the challenge the way it was written out.
True. It's true. All right, Christine, go ahead. What were you saying?
Just that they edited it so that each of you would be good at one of the challenges. Like Roxy was great in the video, and then Jinkx was good in the court, and then Alaska on the main stage. It's like just to mind fuck us and like
Yeah,
everyone's good
well,
at something.
it's
It
tough.
happened naturally that way. Actually, me and Roxy and Alaska kind of pointed it out ourselves that it kind of just happened naturally that way, and we were all able to like really reflect on the experience, and we all agreed that that's kind of how it panned out.
Uh, Roxy, people want to know where you get your hair.
I make all of my hair. Most of it is human. The rest is just orchestrated and put together. But yeah, I make all my hair.
It's quite impressive. You have some good hair. Well, thank you, Christine.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Somebody just wrote in the chat something about me apologizing on the runway to Jinx. I never said on the runway what I was apologizing for.
All right.
I just wanted to let her know go right before she was going to do her thing. Like I just wanted to apologize. I felt like that was the right time, and I should have said sorry to her on the runway for what I said earlier. I did never
True.
told the judges though why I
No,
was
because
apologizing.
I was said to Rue, why? I did that. What?
Yeah, because y'all don't see what's going on, and I didn't want to feel like oh well, I said something mean to Jinx earlier today, and I just want to apologize because then that would have been very like sympathetic and all that shit. And I didn't want that. I just wanted to let her know that I was sorry.
Here's Jessica. Jessica made my gorgeous life earrings that I'm
Look,
wearing right
Michelle,
Oh,
I'm
now.
what?
wearing the same ones.
Yay! We match. I have the big ones I'm going to wear on season 6 that you gave me and love it.
Yeah, you
So,
better. And you better wear that ring that I made you too.
what are you going to do?
Oh.
You going to beat me up? You going to cut me,
Uh,
girl?
maybe.
I
Um,
don't think so.
oh my god. Okay. So I'm like freaking out because I'm talking to Jinx Monsoon and I absolutely fucking adore you so much. Like you
Oh,
are my
thank you,
spirit
Jess.
animal. Like you and I were like kindred spirits. Like I swear to God. Like
I
but
can tell by the pink in your hair.
it's
Pink and
I
actually
went through a
purple.
pink hair
purple
phase
and
myself.
blue.
Yeah. It's
My hair's
gorgeous.
bisexual. Thank you. I did it myself.
Trisexual.
Well, actually, the bi pride colors are pink, purple, and blue.
There you go.
Oh,
All
perfect.
right, so Jessica, you have a question?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I want to know how Jinkx came up with her drag name.
Jinkx was my nickname for a long time, and it was I worked at a queer youth resource center in Portland, so kind of like a hangout center for queer teenagers, and a lot of kids who had been kicked out of their houses because their family, kicked them out when they came out as gay or bisexual or trans. And so we had a system set up so that we could all kind of be anonymous because some people were hiding from their families or some people, were in tough situations. So Jinkx became my nickname there. So when I started doing drag, it just kind of naturally became my drag name. And then Monsoon is from Eddie Monsoon on Absolutely Fabulous, one of my absolute favorite shows. And it's one of the biggest inspirations for my drag is that decidedly tacky woman.
Oh my god, I love it.
And it's quite fitting
Very much so.
in all the right ways. Thank you, Jessica. Love you, babe.
No problem. Mwah.
Talk to you soon. Kisses. Well, it's a good choice, and I thought it was really, really cute. And there's nobody more fabulous than Edwina Monsoon for sure. Ramiro's joining us. Hello, Ramiro.
Oh,
Hi,
Why am I still
cutie.
acting like a bitch? Shut up.
you're not. How you guys
What'd
doing?
you say, Roxy?
Girl, these people in this chat room, girl, I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying to hold it in, but they're just.
Look at my, look at
How
my,
am I
look at
still
my,
acting like a
look at
bitch?
my.
Girl, click off.
Listen, hey it. Hey it does. It doesn't matter. You guys are good.
Girl,
You guys are cool.
I love a valid, argument. Like I will sit and argue with people all day long. Like if but when somebody has said sorry and somebody has, actually put it out there, it's just like to keep going at it. It's like you have nothing else to say.
But honey, they
It's like
do
I've always said growing
it.
up.
They do it all the time. They do it. They come for me too. You have to pay it. Seriously, all that matters is your relationship with Jinkx and your relationship with Rue.
Oh, and I'm
And
fine.
everybody
Yeah, bitch, and we
knows.
know.
Right. So stop. Blah, 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 blah. It's white noise. It doesn't matter. Of course you want everybody to understand, but if somebody's just gonna hate for the sake of hating, then that's their problem, not yours. You understand?
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Okay, then move on.
Yeah, and
Ramiro. Hi, Ramiro.
we've had this
How you guys
conversation.
doing?
Hey
Love
it.
your
Yes,
hat.
we have Jinx.
They actually told me that I was gonna get on here, but I accidentally refreshed the page, and I guess I'm still on here, so I'm excited again. They put me on without knowing. I didn't know this.
Well,
Roxy,
you're
thank you
on,
for
girl.
all the
Spit your
love.
gun out and
I know,
talk.
I know. I'm shocked over here. I'm just like the other guy. I'm losing my mind. Um, I know that everybody says that Roxy acts like a bitch, but I think they really can't seem to understand the pressure that you guys go through. I've seen every episode since season 1 through 5, and every time you get to the final 3, you try to remember from season 1, was this person gonna get there? I think you guys, I mean, the top 14 are the top 14 because you guys are the best, but the challenge is
Yes.
it's such a variety that it taps into a little bit of everything, and I believe that Jinx was just either you're safe and that gets you into the next round, or you're the top 3 or you're the bottom 3. And everybody was just moving up, but it's just that Roxy has such a polished like pageant drag. It's perfect whenever she does something like the candy sugar ball was I mean, I would have probably done the same thing because it looked like fabric, and I thought, where do you get something like that? That it read so good to your body. And then Jinx, you really, really did think candy. So I mean, I was jumping back and forth. Alaska did something that I mean, really, I thought like a dream Candyland. But for Jinx, do you think that people weren't really understanding, I guess, last week's season when it was just the final 4 and it was between you and Detox? Because that lip sync I felt like was made for you. It was also the lip
Well,
sync that I guess was so tight, and I think Detox probably should have been up there as well. But do you think that you were a little bit more polished in that lip sync? And Roxy, do you also think that Jinkx should have won that lip sync like she did?
Okay,
I think they
let's do
both
one
did a really
question at a
great.
time, okay?
Okay.
Because that was so confusing, Ramiro. So what I'm gonna say is, in the
I'm too
end,
excited.
do you think Detox should have won over Jinkx, Roxy? I'll ask you.
Um, this is yes, because that was Jinx's first time lip syncing. You know what I'm saying? And in the show, if you're a real fan of the show, you know by the third time, girl, you fucked up a couple times. It's time. You know, thank you for being here. It's time for you to go home. But they both did a very great job, and I know why she won. And you know, she wore it out. She did a great job in the
I
lip
think
sync, and
it
it was a
was the
great song for
closest
her.
lip sync ever in the history of ever on that show. But I will say, I think that Jinx won it in the end. So I
Yeah,
think you deserved it, Jinx. So
and it was
does
her
that
first time. You know, we should all
yeah.
we all have
It's
that. Like, you know, it's your first time. Girl, you fucked up 1 week. We're not going to send you home. You know.
Well, that's not necessarily true. People do it first time
No,
and
no,
leave.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She really wore it out in the lip sync, and it was good.
Somebody
And
asked
for
me
the
if it was
both of
closer
you
than
guys,
Shangela and Sahara, but I didn't judge that season, so I wasn't there to see it. But being there to see this one, I can see them. And another one. Now, Ramiro, do you have another question?
yeah, one. I'll just let you guys go because I'm too excited. I'm gonna have to go tell everyone. Did you guys think by any chance that Alyssa and Coco would have been the final three? Ever since you guys stepped into that room, did you guys feel like they would have been one
They're
of
both
the
fierce.
ones
They were both
making it up
fierce.
there? They were, but I think they were too
I think
focused onto each other. They weren't
Well,
really
yeah, true. That took away from
going
their
after
focus for
every
sure.
girl in the room. Kind of like how it seemed like Roxy, um, Alaska was there, but at the final three, it's everyone's in it on their own. So I just didn't know. Did it seem like Alyssa and Coco were too focused on each other's little rivalry that they had that they kind of didn't make it up there,
They
or
were each other's down. To me, they were each other's downfall. Like they were letting, you know, Alyssa was very, girl, I don't care about that shit. She didn't care, but it really did get to her, I think. I feel, my opinion. And I think that between the two of them, bickering, like me, Jinx, all of us, we were like, girl, somebody's got to go. We've had it. Like, this is too many things. And, you know, like I said, when I walked into the room, once Alyssa got eliminated, or once Coco got eliminated, I think Coco was just there to get her, you know, their
yeah,
relationship together and stuff. I think
yeah,
everything
and
happens
then
for a
it,
reason.
it kind
So.
of showed how after Alyssa,
yeah.
I mean, you guys were still going up, and that's where Alyssa kind of was eliminated the week after. I
Okay.
love
All
you
right.
guys.
Thank you, Ramiro.
Very speechless. No problem. See you guys.
Love you.
Cute mustache.
Too. Bye.
Bye, baby. That is a cute little porn mustache, isn't it? I love a little save it for later. Um, guys, enough with the Roxy bullying shit. We've talked about it. Let it rest already, okay? Let's talk like adults here. Let's move on.
Can I say
Please,
my
Jinx.
and I've talked to Roxy about this, and it's the easiest way because it's the easiest way to kind of let go of the internet hate, no matter who it's coming from, no matter who it's directed towards. I just always remind myself that what we did, making it to top three on RuPaul's Drag Race season 5, that was really fucking hard, you know. That was hard. It was a lot of hard work, and it was one of the biggest challenges and biggest things I've ever done with my life. And you know what's really easy is sitting on your computer and typing something mean. That takes
Yeah.
no energy, that takes no skill. It doesn't take what it took for us to make it to where we got, you know. So, sit on your computer and do that easy thing of being an internet bully because it doesn't give you anything in the end.
Where my people at?
Where the candy at?
Candy at.
It's on your dress, girl. Hi, Steven. You have the
It's
cutest
on
little
my dress.
hairdo.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks. First, I wanted to say congratulations to you guys. Just adding to what Jinx just said, like doing a TV show that's a national thing that all these people are seeing. I mean, I'm a queen myself, and I've never applied for the show just because that's a huge like step to jump and take in your career. So kudos to you guys for like really doing it. But my question here, let me get it in quick. Since you guys span the whole span of the show from episode 1 all the way to the finale, what sort of strategies did you guys have in your planning from bringing your supplies on in your wardrobe and then executing it through the whole span and not giving the fantasy too soon, and how you plan that out to span appropriately and make it work all the way to the end?
I'll be honest, I had just gotten out of college. I didn't have much drag to my name. I didn't have any money to buy new drag and stuff. So I literally took everything I owned and I said, no matter what, I'm just gonna be as resourceful and as open-minded as possible, and I'm just gonna I'll take two pieces of fabric and glue them together or braid them together if I have to. I'm just gonna get as far as I possibly can with what I have,
I
and
love
that's
that
exactly.
fabric box. They read me for making my outfits 20 minutes before the runway. But it's like
Yeah.
that's the thing I had, which I love, was we had that fabric, and if I needed something or if I had brought something with me that I thought was going to be good, but it wasn't exactly what I needed for the runway, I would just hurry up and make it. Luckily, but yeah.
And she would take a pile of fabric, and then in 20 minutes, all of a sudden, she'd have a spangled cat suit. And I was like, how the, if there's one talent I absolutely do not have, it's sewing. Like my brain just doesn't work that way. So I think it's my favorite thing about Roxy Andrews. It's her superpower to me, is that she can just whip up an outfit out of nowhere.
Yes, and she'll be doing it for my daughter for her cosplay at the anime convention. Not sorry about it. Thank you,
You're
Stephen. Are you good?
yeah, totally.
Right. Sorry,
If
I
you
just want to
feel
move
like
on so we can get other
auditioning,
questions.
if
Go
you
ahead,
wake
say
up
it,
one
Jinx.
morning, Stephen, and you feel like if you wake up one morning and you feel like this is your year, you go for it. Okay, Stephen, if you're still listening, just go for it. And there's nothing to lose but trying it,
Yeah.
And I will
All they can
add
say
that,
is no.
and some of these queens have been auditioning for every single season, and Rue looks at every single one of the videos, and Rue knows when you're ready. There's some queens that he's been tracking all these years saying, have they changed? Have they
Yeah.
evolved? Trust me, Rue knows when your time is the right time, because the last thing Rue wants is you to get on that main stage and look like a fool. So he wants you
Hmm.
to be
Yeah.
exactly where you need to be able to grow and be able to learn and move on. Hi, Joshua.
Hey, Michelle, how's it going?
Good, sexy thing. How are you?
Doing all right. Just woke up. Pardon my hair.
Yeah, great smile.
Thank you. So, you know what I was wondering? Moving a little backwards. Last season, going to season 4, Phoebe O'Hara was known as the bitch of season 4. Now, from Chicago, where I'm at, I got to interact with her quite a bit at her former home bar. And the thing about it is, she really wasn't quite the way that they portrayed her on television. And I'm wondering if maybe the same reigns true for you, Roxy, and you, Jinkx. If you guys feel like maybe you're seeing in a
It's
little bit
the
of a different light.
Let me,
it's
before
the,
we
the
get Roxy,
competition.
before you
Go
answer,
ahead.
let me just say this. That in person, Joshua, people are much more relaxed. There is not the threat of the cameras being up your nose. There's not the threat of having to perform or compete against this person. It's a much different atmosphere. So of course it's going
Hmm.
to be different on camera than it is in real life. There's a lot of people, even me, they'll meet me and say, "My God, you're so sweet." And it's like, "What do you think I'm gonna? What? You think I'm gonna have two horns and a tail?" It's not. People are very different when they're not playing a character or competing on a television show. Now, Roxy, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say that. I was going to say, in person, there's no, you're not in competition at the bar. You're just there to have a good time. I wasn't there to have a good time. Like I was, but at the same time, we all have in the back of our heads that this is a competition. Like how, first episode, we're all friends, we're all meeting each other. But by the time we got to these episodes, it was like, what the hell am I going to do? You know?
I
Go
know.
ahead, Jinx,
How about
you.
you, Jinx? Same deal?
Um, You know what's funny is I feel like I was pretty much myself on camera, um, just a little bit more frightened. You know, I was a little bit more like this the whole time than I actually am because I'm a lot more calm and relaxed, and I actually have a really dirty sense of humor. But on camera, I feel like I come off as very, very meek, you know, and that's just because my head was so on the competition that I didn't really like open my mouth unless I was talking about drag or the challenges, you know, or Ivy Winters.
And I asked Ivy when we had her on
Oh.
about that, and you know, she's got a boyfriend, I guess. And what about you guys,
Mhm.
Roxy and Jinx? Are you single now?
I refer to myself as chronically single, because I'm kind of really focused on my career right now. But I do have, you know, I have a boy that I spend time with in Seattle. You know, it ain't no thing.
And
I'm
Roxy?
single. I'm
Because
single. I just, I don't want anybody. I don't want to settle down right now.
would you like a vagina?
No. Oh, yours? Personally, for myself, no. But yours, absolutely, any day.
Oh, I got a strap on. Will that work?
Well, I'm a
Holla!
top, so we're good to go.
Oh, all right. Well, then, no. Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you guys. Mwah.
Take care, baby. I'm the powerest top of all, Roxy, so you'll have to. But I
I
am
know. I
versatile.
that's I think that's the thing, Michelle, that gay men think if I have sex with Michelle, she'll just do all the work, you know.
Right. That's probably it. That's what Grinder says anyway. Hi, Whitney.
Yeah. Hi, I know these girls.
Yes, we can barely hear these
Hi.
girls. All right, let's hear if we can hear them. Go ahead. No, it's we can't hear you. You have to turn the volume up. See if Mimi was
Two
here, he
girls,
knows
one
how to do that.
microphone.
There you go. Oh,
Two
did you
girls.
say that, Jinx?
Yeah, I said two girls, one microphone.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see if we be quiet and you ask your question, maybe we can get it answered, okay?
Okay, we were wondering, you're traveling a lot lately, and we were wondering what your favorite place is.
Did you hear
We were
that?
saying, what's our favorite place?
So you've been
What's our favorite
traveling a
place to
lot,
travel?
and what's been your favorite place so far?
Well, I kind of knew I was going to love New York. I got to go to New York for the first time, and Michelle and I did a show together at the Gramercy Theater, which was probably my favorite show that I've ever done as a drag queen to date. Um, but I think the place that I wasn't expecting I was going to have so much fun was Orlando doing the Parliament House. It was a really, really fun time. I thought the humidity was
Hello,
going to
it's
kill
the
me, but
home
it
of the
ended up
rat.
being a
No,
lot
it's
of
Central
fun.
Florida. Central Florida is not as bad as South Florida with the
Yeah.
humidity, but I mean, you can't, there's no happier place on earth than Orlando. Well, than Disney
And then
and
I think
Universal.
Austin, Texas is also one of my favorite places I've been. I did a kind of avant-garde drag show called Poo Poo Platter at the Elysium in Austin, Texas, and Austin is basically just like Seattle in Texas.
I have to say, I have to agree with that because although I haven't done any drag race gigs there, when I was in Seduction, Texas was our favorite state to visit. And the thing about Texas is all over the state. I loved Houston. I loved Dallas. I love San Antonio. Austin's a great city. Texas just has so much love. They're such a fun
Mhm.
place. Everybody's sweet. Everybody welcomes you with open arms. And me, Alaska, and Willem are doing Rocky Horror Picture Show in San Antonio for the entire month of October. I'm playing Magenta. Willem's Riff Raff, and
Yeah.
Frank is, yeah, Alaska. And I'm so excited to be doing it in Texas. So I agree. Texas is such a great place. It's going to be fantastic. But that, I just want to say, sidebar, Jinx, you shut it down with your I Dreamed a Dream as Little Edie in New York. And I think that really just
Oh
kind
my
of
God, I
did
saw
it.
the video of that. That was sickening.
Thanks.
Insane.
Eat your heart out, Anne Hathaway.
Thank you, Whitney. Bye, baby. Sorry that we can't hear you, so we're gonna have to. You get the chop. Um, okay, I know that we're running a little bit late, and I know there's a few more people we want to go on. So let's cycle them quick. See if we can get a few people on. We've got Jason here who wants to talk.
Hi guys.
Hi, cutie pie.
Ooh,
Can you hear me?
hi.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. I got a question for Roxy.
Hi.
How do you feel? I don't know if you've seen the comments, but people have said they feel you made it to the top 3 through sympathy from the bus
Who?
stop story.
Oh, that's just bullshit.
I've
I'm
read
not
a
even going to acknowledge that. Do you have another question? That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. That's,
I agree because I love Roxy and I
that's
can't wait for you to
stupid.
come to Columbus. I'm so fucking stoked. Um, does Relaska Talk still? Is that still a thing?
Rolodex?
To me, Relaska Talks, a lot of people ask me that. Relaska Talks from the beginning, from the get-go, was just us being stupid. And, we were thinking about the Heathers and the stuff. And what is it? Heathers and whatever. Uh, but it was just a joke. I never took it as, well, we're going to get everybody and, like Survivor. It was never like that for us. And, when Alaska needed to break away, we're like, look, I didn't know you took it that seriously. And, we have kind of, because we're just friends, that, it became kind of like a cliquish kind of thing. So if you need to break off, break off. We're still going to be friends, you know. It wasn't that serious to me, though. I wasn't, living by Relaska Talks. But they're my girls.
It seemed that way.
Relaska Talks and Jinkx.
It seemed,
Do you guys?
Go ahead.
Who do you guys feel is going to win Miss Congeniality?
It's gonna be hard. Filming the show and being there, it was Detox for me, hands down. Like she was very nice to everybody. I think a lot of us felt the same way. We're like, girl, Miss Congeniality is gonna go to Detox. The way the show was edited, if it's somebody in the top 3, it would definitely be Jinkx. If it's not somebody in the top 3, I would say probably Ivy Winters.
Another sweet one, that's true.
Yeah.
There were a lot
I
of
would say
sweet
I feel
girls.
I feel if Jinkx doesn't win, Jinkx will win Miss Congeniality.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Jinkx.
thank you,
That's,
Jason.
you're welcome.
I think fans really came to love Alyssa Edwards too. Like she has been the breakout fan favorite, and a lot of people are pulling for her to win Miss Congeniality.
She's definitely been
Which
the
I don't know.
internet GIF favorite for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I really don't know who it's going to go to. It's a toss up between a lot of the really sweet girls. And Detox, you don't get to see Detox as much doing what she did for all of us, but she was really kind of a mother hen for all of us. She's been in the business a really, really long time. She had a lot of wisdom. And that's what I was referring to when I said to her in the last episode together. That you lose nothing in your own competition by lending a helping hand to your sisters. We all occasionally had to borrow each other's like girdles or stockings or something like that, and it doesn't hurt you to lend a helping hand every once in a while.
I agree.
I even helped with Jinx. Jinx one time told me, Roxy, will you help me make this hair bigger? And I had went over there and I was trying to teach her how to tease some hair. That never made the show, but everything else did.
Well, but let's talk about Jinx's hair for a minute.
Do you know, Michelle, it's fun that we get this chance to say this publicly because when I got home, I kind of had this I kind of just had this reawakening with my drag. And you can ask Roxy, we've gigged together since then. All my hair's like this big now. And I just, I refer to my experience after Drag Race. I kind of feel like it's the butterfly period for me. Like I'm kind of
She
spreading my wings
definitely,
in a whole new way.
Metamorphosis. But here's the thing,
yeah, her hair.
Jinx, and I don't want people to say, not all big hair, not all drag has big hair. I know. But when you look at the total package of what we were doing, what we were going for, it would be she would get the outfit right, and her hair would be like, wah, wah. It was all kind of that. It wasn't that she needs to have big hair to be a fiercer drag queen. That's ridiculous. But it just would take what she was trying to do to the next level, and she got to see it herself without me even having to say it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think Drag Race helps all of us step into that next level with our drag and our art form and our careers. And as a person, I feel like I learned so much about myself through this experience. And I don't know how I would have learned this kind of stuff without Drag Race, you know?
Good. Well, thank you, Jason. I'm gonna
Another.
have to cut you off because I'm gonna have to put somebody else on. Okay, baby boy.
Love you guys.
Love you too, Power
Bye,
Rangers. Go go
Jason.
Power Rangers.
Jason was cute.
Jason was
Jason,
Yeah,
really
he's
your
real
top.
cute.
yes, super cute. We got Derek James Parker and James with an
Hello.
apostrophe. Appears
Yeah,
to be.
Jemaine.
Hi. How do you say it?
Hey, James.
It's
Hey,
really
Derek.
James. It's
Oh.
James. Yeah, not that exciting. Okay, so I just want to say, Jinx, I love seeing you. I loved the first few episodes I saw you, and I was kind of like, oh, she's kind of a mess. But then, like you're like you were just saying, you have grown so much, and I love seeing you these last few episodes, and like your makeup is flawless, and like you've just grown so much. And even like following you on like Facebook and seeing pictures of your performances and videos, like you've just gone through the roof. And my favorite moment, I think, Roxy was the double wig. Like I was on the floor in that lip sync when you pulled out the wig. I was like, oh, I hate it when a queen pulls off a wig unless there's another wig underneath. I died.
Yeah,
So my question for
yeah.
you, Roxy, is uh, the one thing last night that you said that like really I was just like, come on, is when you said when you kind of accused Alaska and Jinx of making fun of drag because they were being funny, and I just want to make sure that like you understood what they were what they were going for, and that was not the case at all, right?
Completely. And even looking back on it, I'm like, why am I reading them for being funny in an acting challenge? Like that's
Right.
what we were supposed to be. But like it was at that point of the competition where it was like I don't like. I've been to comedy in Florida. We have a pageant called Miss Comedy Queen, and I go to the pageant. I'm like, you know what? I don't like people making fun of drag, and it's like, girl, lighten up. It's a joke, you know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to laugh. Drag and Jinx said it on the episode. You're supposed to laugh. Like it's about having a good time, and making somebody laugh is very, very powerful. And
Honey,
I never knew that before the show, and now it's just like I'm so glad I got to learn that because
Oh,
it's
perfect.
why be so uptight and stuck up, and
I
that's
said
old
that
Roxy.
earlier before you came on when I was talking to Mimi and Damon. Pageant queens are very, not to take anything away from any other aspect of drag, but pageant queens take their seriousness in a way that it's kind of like sometimes I don't know if it's all that necessary, but pageant queens are
Right.
really, really like serious. It's serious, and this is how we do it, and I think that's kind of where that
Yeah.
thing came from. So there you
And
go.
then my second thing was just I was wondering what your favorite moment of the competition was, since you never got to give Jinx your answer.
Meeting Jinx, and that's not a pageant answer. I'm so glad that I got to learn that, and I'm so glad now that I'm not that stuck up bitch, because bitch, I was a bitch at times, and I'm just really glad that I've opened my eyes and learned something I didn't know I had to learn, and I know it now.
And of course,
Awesome.
being
That's
able
great.
to feed the children and stop starvation in the world. Of course.
World
Bitch, that's not a fucking pageant answer, bitch.
Yes.
I'm the pageant queen, yes, but no,
Ah, I love it. I want to
and
be able
world
to help
peace.
LGBT youth and build a shelter for children in Zimbabwe. Thank you, Derek.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Derek.
baby.
Thank you,
Take
dear.
care. Okay, you kids have been so fantastic, and I know there's a few more that are like, please pick me, pick me, pick me. So let's get a few more
Put them on real
on.
quick.
I know. Come on, here's Samantha.
Hi.
And real quick, because my green drink,
Hi.
I have to pee. Hi,
Yeah,
you're not at
just
the
to let
library right now. Where are you?
I'm at the library.
You are. Oh, it's so nice and like plush.
It's because I'm by the Starbucks, so they have all that like
It's
talking and
fantastic.
sitting area and all that shit.
How
Yeah.
are you, Mama?
But good. Just to let you know before I ask the question that my grades have improved since we last talked. I'm getting A's and everything, so it's getting better.
Oh, I'm proud of
Anyways,
you. Good
thank you.
girl.
But anyways, I just wanted to ask who you guys think, or who you guys would pick from this season to be like on another All-Star season.
Roxy dropped out, but we'll ask Jinxie. Who would you like to see another All-Star season?
Definitely Ivy Winters. I think Alyssa, if she went on All Stars, would play a completely different game than she played this last time. Because I think Alyssa kind of discovered what a great character she is and what a funny, like, open-minded drag queen she is, and she kind of referred to herself as a pageant girl. Um, but I think now she sees herself as a whole bunch of new things. So I would love to see her on All Stars.
You know, it's funny because Jinx, I'm not sure that she's in on it yet. I think I'm not sure she knows how funny she really is because, and I don't want her
But
to.
it's funny. Yeah. It's funny because it's not like I don't feel like everyone's laughing at her. I feel like I mean I think there are some people who like to make jokes about Alyssa's mannerisms and quirks and stuff. But what I see when I watch the show is, especially later in the season, is just a really sweet, goofy person with a lot of wonderful personality traits. You know, it's very endearing. And I hope she at least knows that about herself.
I
That
think
she's
she
just a
does.
very sweet person to
She
watch.
is so
Yeah.
fantastic.
I
Roxy
think
had a little
Roxy
camera
should come
glitch.
back.
She'll be back.
I think Roxy should come back and do like a pregnant Tamar for Snatch Games or something. That'd be pretty funny to
Yeah,
see.
Roxy got to meet pregnant Tamar at the New
Yeah,
Now
I
Next
seen
Awards.
that.
Made her
I saw
life.
that
Yeah.
picture. I was
Yeah.
super happy for her. That must have been a
Yeah.
moment. And who
I didn't
said
know
Oh,
it?
she
and
has a girl. She
Detox
named
should
it
definitely
Roxy.
do
Who said
All
that,
Stars.
Jinx, when she was in the courtroom? They were like, she's just being, was it Alaska? She's just being Tamar.
Yeah, yeah. She's just being Tamar.
I love
I
it.
loved meeting Tamar. Oh my God, it was everything.
And
Thanks,
Roxy, since you're back on, I
Samantha.
just
Wait, go
wanted
ahead.
to say I love you.
Go ahead.
Oh, I
I
just
Aw.
wanted
love
to say I love
you.
you, Roxy.
Mwah.
Keep
Bye.
strong, Samantha. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. Like
Work on those grades.
she's doing good. She talked to us last time. She's doing quite well. So good for her. Kiki. Kiki's one of our people that are
Hi.
always here
Hi,
with us.
Kiki. Come on,
Ah,
girl.
How
Gorgie.
are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Hi,
Daytime.
Jinx.
Hi,
This is
Kiki.
daytime in the shade. In the shade, the light changes.
Yes.
Jinx, I'm so glad you're on. Roxy, how are you?
How are you, Mama?
I'm good. I loved your candy dress. It was great.
Thank
Um,
you.
Michelle, I love those earrings.
Aren't they
And I
cute?
know the girl that was on here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Super
so
cute.
cute.
I love fan.
I don't have any earrings on, but
That's
I just want to show you my. I just want to show you my Gaga inspired coat that I
Oh,
had made. Look at it. It was
yes.
made. This was made for me from a
did,
costume shop, and it's
now,
called Fangul. That's the name of the costume shop.
I
Come
love
on, Michelle.
that. Now wait a minute.
But
That jacket button, or are you holding it like
it
that?
it buttons, but it doesn't button on me.
Yeah, but you
So
had
I
it
wear
made for
unbuttoned.
you.
I had it made to not button because I wear a corset and I wear a leotard underneath it with spikes on the front.
Oh.
Girl, will
And
it button?
I'll be wearing it. I'll be wearing it to Feathers, so you'll see pictures of it online. Unless you're going to be at Feathers, are you?
Who?
I went to Feathers. Feathers is a lot of fun. Are you
No,
doing Feathers?
with Detox.
Oh,
You're
in
not going to
person.
be there, Michelle.
I'm
Okay.
good.
I'm so glad that I got to be on here right now because Jinx. I'm sorry, Roxy, but I really want Jinx to win.
You don't
I
have to
love you.
say
Oh, you're
sorry.
fine.
I
You're allowed
really,
to want her to win.
but I love you too, Roxy. You're great.
I love you back.
But Jinx, me and my friend Deidre, who is right here, you can see her. That's Deidre. She watches the show every week, and you have brought her to tears. And oh my God,
Well,
I just
thank you,
can't wait.
Kiki.
I
Thank you.
can't wait to see what happens. And yesterday was like out of control. But
Well, thank you so
Jinx,
much.
I've also followed your Drag Becomes Him on YouTube,
Hmm.
the video sequence, and I love the
Hmm.
last one with the Madonna song. Oh my
Oh,
God, it's
thank
so
you.
good. Yeah, it's really
Um,
really good.
my friend Alex
Oh,
Berry makes those videos, and he's a very, very, very talented videographer here in Seattle. We got some quirky little artists here. I don't know what's going on with Roxy in her little cocoon right now.
It's cold in here. It's so cold in here.
You're an
oh,
asshole.
and I did have a question though for Roxy, and I did have a question for Jinx.
Roxy looks like an Ewok right now,
I'm here.
or a sand person.
Chewbacca, bitch. Chewbacca.
Right, true.
After being on the
Okay, all
show,
right, good.
okay, and
What's
going
up?
through after being on the show and going through all this emotion, after you leave the show, months go by, are you now emotionally changed? from being on the show, both of you, because I know both of you had a lot
Saying
of
my
moments.
story, saying my story about being left when I was a, when I was a kid and stuff like that. When I said it, I felt like I had gotten a lot off of my chest. But you still go back into denial and you still go back to thinking about it and you just forget about it. But are my problems all worked out? Absolutely not. But that's something I'll deal with later in life.
Therapy,
I just don't want
boo.
to do it right now.
Therapy. You can't do that shit on your own.
I know I should go to some therapy,
Therapy
girl. I think
works.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think
got
I
two
need to.
therapists,
I've been in therapy
and they
since I
help.
was 16. You couldn't tell, but shoot.
Well, girls, what's funny is they actually contacted me from OWN. They want to do my story on Iyanla's show, so we'll see.
I think it makes sense, and I can tell you, and the reason I broke down, I didn't even show how much I was sobbing with your stories because I looked at Rue and being an adopted kid and being given up myself. When you said that you were alone, I looked at Rue and I was like, he's not alone, and it affected me in such a deep, deep way that's why I started sobbing like that because I had felt that way, even though my parents, I have the best parents in the world. But once you're
Mm-hmm.
abandoned, even from birth, and even if it was out of love, my mother was 18, she couldn't raise me, and whatever the situation may be, even if it's out of love, it still subconsciously is there forever. So that's why
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you need,
I have an adopted friend.
need to work on that. Need to. I've been a therapist since I was 16 and
Yeah.
I'm still not over it. So shit'll be with you forever, but you got to start somewhere, babe. Got to start somewhere
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
But thank you,
and Jinx,
Kiki.
do you
Oh, sorry.
feel does
Go ahead.
Jinx have any? I'm sorry. Do you feel anything changed emotionally from going on the show, then having
I
months
think,
after things
yeah.
happened that people said to you? Has anything triggered or changed? Do you feel differently after the show?
I feel like an entirely new person. I think Michelle said it best. It was a metamorphosis, and it's an experience I don't know where you'd get it anywhere else, So yeah, I think my boy self, my drag self, everything about my life is different now, and it's all for the better. And it's funny, even though it was hard coming forward with the story about my mom and all that stuff, and even though my mom and I have had to have a lot of really, intense conversations since the episodes aired, my family has come back together for the first time. Like my mom and my aunt are talking again. My
That's
youngest
great.
brothers are doing so great now. Like it kind of brought my family together in this weird way that I didn't think going on Drag Race was going to do, but it's been a really wonderful experience.
Well,
I think
that's
it's
great.
fantastic. Thank you,
All
Kiki.
right, I know you guys got to wrap up, so have
Yes.
a great day.
Bye,
Have a great
baby.
week.
I know. People are
Bye,
like, we should let Michelle be.
Good to see.
Um, I want
Michelle. I
to,
hate you for that.
no, bitch, you are the one.
I hate you for that. Well,
You
girl, didn't you have it made for you? Girl, you are so messy.
It's the truth. I'm just saying, if you get stuff custom made, it should probably
You're
shut.
like, and I'm watching you. You're just like, is it button? I lost my earphones.
It's not shady. It's just, look, I don't like getting stuff bigger than I normally am, but I do. As long as it's sequenced, I do.
Sequenced. More than one.
That was such a great moment. It was so good. But kids, we are going to go because I've held them a half an hour longer than I should have, and my urine is about to come out of my eyeballs. So I just want to say
that that's a
how
party trick you should learn,
it
Visage.
is.
You
I
should
could be
learn how
like the
to
new Lady
yeah, your
Hennessy. I can stand back, watch Michelle pee out of her eyebrows. I mean eyeballs. Um, I do want to thank you all so much. Everyone that joins us every week. I can't tell you how happy we are, and we are going to have, I believe, a chat after the crowning, and not birth crowning, the crowning of the new queen. Um, Thank you for
birth
joining
queen.
us. I believe that you'll see me tweet it, but really we couldn't do what we do without you. These queens would have no outlet if it weren't for you guys. And Roxy and Jinx and Alaska, I am so proud of you three girls. It's not my drag race, but I am your biggest fan, and I am so
Aw.
proud of how far you've come and how you've played this race, whether it might have been different if you watch it and you might have changed it. Hindsight's the best teacher and all that stuff. But I am, no matter who wins, proud of each and every one of you that you've made it this far. And what a journey it's been, and you are such an inspiration to so many kids out there. So I look forward to touring the world with you girls, and I will see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Auntie Michelle. Thank
Start
you so
there.
Love you,
much.
Michelle.
So,
Love you guys. Thank you
And
for tuning in.
go ahead, Jinkx.
I want to say, since Alaska's not here, I'll just say something for her. Like, Michelle, thank you so much for what you said. I can't wait to buy 100,000 slices of cheese pizza.
Jinx, stop bullying Alaska.
I'm bullying Alaska
You're
about
bullying
pizza.
Alaska. You fucking bully!
I love it. Well, we love you, kids, and thank you all again. And Roxy and Jinx, good luck to you. May the force be
Thank
with you,
you.
Thank
and
you.
may the best woman win. So we will
May
see
the best
you.
woman
See
win.
you at the reunion, girl. Bring it.
See
Bring it
ya.
to
Bye.
the stage. Mwah, love you.